This audio recording was produced in 2014 by Christian Audio, which owns the copyright. No portion of this recording may be reproduced for any reason without prior written consent from Christian Audio. This edition recorded by arrangement with Waterbrook Press, an imprint of Crown Publishing Group, a division of Random House, LLC. Please visit christianaudio.com, facebook.com/christianaudio, or twitter.com/christianaudio to offer your impressions of this work and to explore additional titles.
This is an audio presentation of Edge of Eternity, written by Randy Alcorn, read by Roger Marsh and Phil Ross.
The storm crashed upon me. The road was mud, my feet indistinguishable from the swirling goo that sucked me downward. My body dripped like a deep gash in a dark cloud. Why did my right arm feel so heavy? My right temple ached from a pressure I couldn't explain. I sensed a cold eye staring at me, threatening me, pushing itself toward me. Where was I? What was happening? How did I get on this road alone, bareheaded in this awful tempest? I remembered driving to my mountain cabin, and then the rest is a blur. My knees quaked. I couldn't tell ground from sky, earth from heaven. Help me, God, help! Catching myself, I groaned. Might as well be talking to the tooth fairy. I heard a violent noise like a huge canvas tarp whipping in the wind. I looked over my shoulder, then drooped to the ground in frozen terror. The sound was the flapping of giant wings on a reptilian creature with flared claws. It looked like a dragon. No, a flying dinosaur, a pterodactyl with dead eyes and jagged teeth. It appeared too heavy to fly, but it did, and it was coming for me. I rose from the mud and ran with the wind, but the beating of those wings grew until it filled my ears. I felt the blast of the creature's hot breath. I smelled 1,000 matches lit at once. Sulfur. I flailed my arms and fell again into the mud as the monster swooped down. As I tensed, the beast brushed over me. Was it playing with me? Terrorizing me before the kill? Those eyes, cold and brutal, shark eyes. The beast smirked. Did it take pleasure in my terror? I sensed intelligence far greater than mine, ancient and brooding. The thought of a calculating mind in something so grotesque sent an electric wave of terror through me. I stared into the swirling gray where it had vanished. Had I really seen it? I rose from my knees, willing them to be strong. I ran, my feet battling the mire. I had to find shelter. Behind me, I heard again the whipping tarp, louder and louder. In a heartbeat, the fiery breath fell on me again. I threw my arms over my head and felt daggers pierce me, claws penetrating the base of my neck, ripping through muscle and tendon. Jerked off the ground, I screamed. The beast dropped me back into the mud, the echo of my cry disappearing into the storm. Up, I had to keep moving. As I fought through the storm, I reached my left hand inside my jacket and felt my flannel shirt now soaked in blood. My neck throbbed. With aching slowness, I turned my head each way. I saw the winged beast circling. It plummeted toward me like a rock from a cliff. I curled up, pressing my body against the muddy road. Just as it grazed my neck, I heard a terrifying roar. It came not from the flying beast, but from an immense dark shape prowling the ground, a brute I could barely see, a mass of fur blowing wildly in the wind. As its roar filled the air, the flying monster's head jerked back violently. It squawked fiercely as it spun away, choking and sputtering, cold horror in its eyes. I gasped for breath, feeling only a moment of relief. What foe could strike terror into a creature more dreadful than any I'd ever imagined? Would I rather face the flying beast or the prowling one? I pushed myself the remaining 30 feet to the rocky refuge. Just as I reached it, a burst of wind slammed me into the stone outcropping. Stunned, I fell, throwing out my arms. On the ground, my groping hands found a recess, a furrow in the base of the rock. Behind me, just a few feet away, I saw the shadowy image of the ground beast, its great head still roaring up at the sky. I reached farther into the recess, pulling my body, but was still exposed to the beast in elements. I lay flat on my face, embracing the stony ground. I tried to get a grip, to move myself further, but I couldn't. My body didn't work, but my mind did. I'm a realist, a skeptic, I reminded myself. The dinosaur couldn't be real. The prowling brute couldn't be real. When I opened my eyes, I found
Sample complete. Ready to continue?